This is Greg Troutwine. I'm with Marine Technology TV. We're here at the Oceanology International in San Diego. We're very pleased to be here with Eric Birns, President and CEO of BIRNS, Inc. And Eric, first and foremost, thanks for joining us.
It's really my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Greg.
Okay. Well, Eric, again, we've worked together for many years. In fact, I remember writing the history of your company in the pages of Marine Technology Reporter. I'm sure many of our readers and many of our viewers already know who BIRNS is, but if you could just give us a short overview of your company, what you do for this industry.
We manufacture two product lines, underwater and high-performance lighting systems and underwater and high-performance connector and cable assemblies. We've been in the marine industry since 1954, and we also serve the nuclear and power and generating industry.
And if I remember correctly from when we wrote the history of the company, you had an interesting start from the movie business, if that's correct.
That's absolutely correct. We first started manufacturing underwater camera housings for the Navy back in the 50s, and they needed underwater lights. We made underwater lights to go with the housings. Underwater housings then were used for the movie industry, and it just morphed from there.
But you have a new coaxial contact that you're particularly interested to talk about. Can you tell me a little bit about that, why it was created, and what it does for the end user?
Absolutely. We've been making coaxial contacts and coaxial connectors for many years, but one of the problems that coaxial contacts have typically faced is that they have either provided good electrical signal characteristics or good mechanical characteristics, and rarely both. Usually good signal meant non-open phase pressure capable, or the obverse. Recently we've developed a contact that does both. Excellent signal characteristics as well as open phase pressure capability. We've tested it so far to 1,400 meters without any problems or failures.
And I'm sure a lot of our readers and viewers know about the Millennium Series, but I also understand you have an expansion of that Millennium Series as well, if you'd like to discuss.
Absolutely. Our Millennium Series is a good platform. Recently, we've expanded it to provide not only electrical contacts, coaxial, but also hybrids. Hybrid electro-optical contacts, electro-opto-coaxial, electro-opto-mechanical. We've taken things up to over 15 gigahertz of signal. So the Millennium Series, in all of its permutations, it's a good workhorse platform.
Okay. And Eric, one final question. You're a manufacturer. You're based in California. You work in a global business. Can you tell me, as the leader of a company that's been around for now 50, 60, which anniversary are you on?
Over 63 years.
More than 60 years. What do you consider the biggest challenge to running an effective manufacturing business that can compete on a global basis?
All my life I've heard about foreign competition, and usually with the word unfair in front of it. But like it or not, we exist in a global marketplace, and increasingly we are competing against companies possibly with lower costs, lower labor costs, lower material costs. So we at BIRNS, we just take that as a given and try to figure out how can we compete and how can we actually sell into markets that typically sell to the United States. For example, China, Taiwan, Korea. The way we do that, of course, is by eradicating all unnecessary costs, and particularly quality costs, eliminating rework, rejects. We design for quality, we design for production. We have a very strong quality management system, which is ISO 9001 certified. I'll say on the side, we have an 83% domestic market share of the nuclear power generating industry, and that is because we also have a very robust nuclear grade quality program. All of our technicians are J Standard 001 Class 3 certified, as well as WHMA A620 Class 3 certified. We are certified by the Navy, our mold shop. So we do everything we can, emphasizing quality throughout, from the beginning of design through the very end of production, in order to minimize all costs, and thereby give best value for the money.
Good. Well, Eric, again, I know it's been a busy show. I appreciate your time. And again, always a pleasure to talk.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for having me.
All right. This is Greg Troutwine with Marine Technology TV.